Right, so who would have thought it? Another way to play Turbo Boltund Day, and this one is hella fun, let me tell you. Let's have a look. Right, yeah, so like I said, another way to play Boltund V. Shout outs to my friend Toby Warner. He's in Team Odyssey. He actually put me onto this sort of deck idea. Passed me a list. I've sort of played a bit, a little bit, made a couple changes, and then rolled a bit. And my lord, it kicks! So we got ourselves a Turbo Boltund V list. He's our build around attacker, 200 HP basic, 2 attacks, electrify, search your deck for 2 Lightning Energy cards, attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. This is super nice because it's super synergistic with our second attack, Bolt Storm, which does a 30 for each Lightning Energy attached to all your Pokemon. So plus 10 as well. So if you have 3, you do 100. So as you can see, Electrify sort of helped build up your Bolt Storms. So your early game Electrify, late game Bolt Storm. And that's the sort of way we're sort of rocking. But what makes this Boltund list super different to everything else is the Naganadel line. Yeah, so you play a 3/3 Naganadel, stage 1 with the ability charging up. Once during your turn, you may take a basic energy card from your discard pile and attach it to this Pokemon. That's super cool. So we basically get 1 energy out of the bin once per turn, provided how many we've got out. So if we've got 2 out, we can get 2 lightning energies out the bin. And as you can see, this is just going to start really making Bolt Storm get a bit silly, really. So yeah, so like let's say at turn 1, go in second, you attach 1 to electrify to the active, and then you've got 1 or 2 benched Poipole, let's say, and then you electrify 2 lightnings to the benched Boltund V. So that gives you what, 3 in play so far. Next turn you attach, that takes you to 5 in play, evolve. Now that takes you to 7, and when you're sort of getting in that 8 to 10 range with stuff like Electropowers, that's when Boltund can start to get a bit silly. So as you can see, the Naganadel charging up lets us ramp up to that sort of 8 to 10 energy range rather quickly. We play 1 Zeraora still, because that's going to give us 3 retreat cost everywhere. We don't want to be discarding energy to retreat, so Zeraora lets us do it for free. Has the full voltage attack as well. Can come up against energy denial decks. You full voltage attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like, so you can just really start swinging energy out of nowhere. And if you have a particularly mad turn 1, you get like 3 or 4 energies in the bin. I don't see no reason why you couldn't just full voltage them all back up into play and start rocking. So yeah, we played 2 Dedenne just because we do play like Electromagnetic Radar, and that's going to let us just draw through our deck, lets us get energies in the bin nice and quick, so we can just start throwing them back on with all our combo pieces. Koko Prism, because this is insane in electric decks. So searching a deck like this, basically a plus 60 for your Boltund, lets you get 2 lightning energies from the bin, attach them to your Pokemon, and then he puts himself in the lost zone. Super cool. And we play 1 Eldegoss V just so we can, you know, if we are dead draw, we can just pop this little geezer down, get a Tapu out of our bin, and then lets us get back to work. Really super cool. So let's have a look at the trainers. Another reason why this is so cool is because Naganadel is an Ultra Beast, so you can now play Beast Ring. So what I found with this, if ADP, if they're going second, they try and like turbo out your Boltund and just go for the quick Brave Blade. Beast Rings makes it up to a point where you can potentially respond with stuff like plus powers, Beast Rings, charging ups, and Thunder Mountain. You can respond, and that's what the Beast Rings are for, letting you just jump silly amount of energy, and lets you sort of really shore up your mid game. It might be the most best way to do it. Other sort of lists you might be looking at, sort of like an Electro-GX, something like that. Beast Ring for us is how we're going to shore up that mid, make sure we have a really strong late game as well. 3 Acro Bikes just so we can churn through our deck, get energies in the bin. 2 Electromagnetic Radar, like I said, because it searches out Zeraora and our Dedennes. So these basically for us can read get Zeraora out and dump your hand, draw 6 cards. Super cool. 4 Electropowers, because this is how we're going to sort of cheat extra energies, because you know once we get to 10, that means we're hitting 300. All right, that's a sort of golden range. And then by the time, if anything, if you're playing against VMAX, you can just start throwing Electropowers up there to start hitting those silly numbers. That's what Electropowers are for. And again, if you're sort of at the 6, 5 energy range against stuff like Zacians, you can always just, you know, fling in your Electropowers to get the KOs. Super cool. We play 1 energy switch. Now, I wouldn't mind this being 2, but the list is tight, so I've had to play 1 energy switch because we can Volkner when we need it. And this is just going to let us potentially get a Boltund out of nowhere. If we haven't got Thunder Mountain in play, we can just charging up to a Naganadel, attach to a Boltund, and energy switch off it. Super cool. We play 3 Mysterious Treasures because the Poipole Naganadel are Psychic type, and this is going to give us a little bit extra discard synergy as well, letting us get more Lightnings in the bin to reattach with Koko, Naganadel, all that good stuff. And let's just get our hand down for the Dedenne as well. 1 Ordinary Rod, just in case, you know, we've prized a couple Boltunds and 2 get knocked out, we can just Ordinary Rod them back in, or let's just get back Zeraora as well if that was like killed for whatever reason. 4 Quick Ball, because most of our deck's basic, all of it apart from Naganadel, so like anytime we can see Quick Ball we're super happy, so we play 4 of them. 1 Thunder Mountain, because this is nuts. This lets you do Tingly Return on Dedenne for 1 energy, which is always cool, comes up. It lets us do Electrify for free. It lets us do Bolt Storm for 1. So yeah, anytime we get Thunder Mountain in place, opens up possibilities, lets you do Zeraora's attack for either 2 lightning for the 161, or lets you do full voltage for free again, which is super cool. So Thunder Mountain is one of the best stadiums in the game. 4 research, just because dumping and drawing 7 is always good, especially in a ramp deck like this. Just seeing cards is always great. 2 bosses, or I wouldn't mind a 3rd copy there, but we have got the Eldegoss to fall back on as well, so that also acts like a 3rd boss's orders if needed, because we are, I mean, just because we can sort of get to that ramp one shot, most of the time we're not really in that range, so we can like dink an ADP for example, and then bring him back late game and KO him. And then 4 Volkner, just because Volkner's insane in here, because Volkner doesn't let you draw cards necessarily, but with speed energy, with electromagnetic radar for Dedenne, Volkner's just is really, really nice. As you see loads of cards, as you grab electro powers before you start dumping and drawing, try and find some more with Dedenne. Volkner's really cool. And then round off the list is 13 energy, 3 speed energy, just so we can, you know, draw 2 when we attach it. We don't want to play the full 4 count because we obviously can't reattach with stuff like full voltage, with charging up and all that good stuff. But still, seeing an extra 2 cards a turn if you can get them is never a bad thing. And then 10 basic lightning. So let's get into the games now. I'm not going to lie, I was playing this deck for about a good 1 to 2 hours. And from what I found, most people just seem to concede when you sort of have a really nuts sort of like turn 2 and 3. So I'm going to see what I've got. I think I've got a couple full games in there, but I'm going to leave some full ramp games in there as well, okay? Sound good? Let's get into it. Right, so let's hop in with our first game then. And this game was hella crazy. If you ever want a game that's going to show you how strong of a ramp deck this can be, then you found the right game, didn't we? So it looks like we're starting off Hero Hamada JP, that's I'm guessing he's from Japan. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that makes me think he's some sort of content creator as well. It seems like a sort of very official name, doesn't it? Hero Hamada JP. Guess I could put that into Google if I really wanted to, but no, I'm not doing that now. So yeah, let's have a look. So we mulligan again, and he mulligans a Doublade and Inteleon. I'm thinking, oh my lord, I don't know what that's about. I guess Inteleon tool drop does actually seem kind of cool, in all fairness, because whenever you evolve up Inteleon, obviously you get all the trainers. Oh, just dropped me dice. But tool drop wasn't a matchup I was thinking of, and in my head I'm trying to think, does Boltund resist lightning? And it doesn't, but I thought it would have. So I thought, okay, you know, they need a lot to reach to KO us in one hit. And we don't really need a lot to one hit them. So I was thinking, okay, Inteleon's weak to us as well if they try and start attacking with that. So yeah, I'm thinking, okay, we could be cool. They might play stuff like Fry and Pan, but I think realistically we should be okay. We still, I mean, they only have 90 HP, so like, but then he leads Zacian. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he just has a Zacian there to Intrepid Sword and turns on. He maybe plays a few Metal Energy, and then he can threaten the Brave Blade, which kind of makes sense. And that's what then he attaches 1 metal to it, and then draws up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't attach any off the top 3, which is nice. We get Quick Ball off the top. I'm trying to work out now what the best order of sequencing is. Obviously, you get speed energies there. I'm going to try and get them in the bin. It looks like I'm probably price checking first to get an Electromagnetic Radar. So that's going to let us grab Zeraora and Thingy. I think that's the line I'm going. So I want to get as many of the normal Lightning energies in the bin as possible. And that's what I'm doing. Electromagnetic Radar. That's going to search Zeraora Dedenne if I had to guess. Yeah, doing a little quick price check there. Looks like we're going to have to get rid of a power in this scenario though. It's kind of annoying. But I guess we can, yeah, we can use the Mysterious Treasure to get ourselves a Poipole. Because obviously Poipole's going to also lets us grab energies out of the bin. We can attach speed up there. And we get 2 more lightning. So that's really cool. So we're getting loads of lightnings in the bin, which is exactly what we're after. So I'm guessing this Quick Ball will probably grab Boltund if I had to guess. I'm just trying to think here. And yep, that's the case. So then we can pay retreat. Can we pay retreating? Yeah, it looks that way. Yep. Pay Electropower, because why not? I think there's no reason not to. We might draw into like a Thunder Mountain, and then we can do a Bolt. I say Boltund V, but we can't in that scenario. So yeah, we get Poipole, get 2 Beast Rings, and then we get Lightnings, 2 Lightnings. I think I'm just having a look. I think I probably want to get another Boltund out in case shenanigans happen. I mean, that's what I'd like to do. Let's see if I actually do that now watching this back. I can't remember. I'd like to think I get another Boltund. Yep, so that means we can Koko onto Boltund and Zeraora. There are obviously 2 targets that we do want to be using our Koko with, really, because you know, they're the ones that can actually attack. We don't want to really Koko onto Dedenne if we can help it. So now we pass. So that seems quite fun. We didn't get the Electropower, so we had to attach to Koko, which is kind of annoying. We could have tried to, you know, hope to draw in the switch, well, which we don't play, so we couldn't have done that. We got double Beast Ring and double Energy, which is cool. So what a double Beast Ring is going to let us do, like if we get knocked out, we just go Beast Ring, attach, and just go nuts. So yeah, but I think realistically speaking, he's only got 1 energy in play, no metals in the bin. I think he's going to find it quite hard to get a KO this turn. I mean, it's not on outside the realm of possibilities. Organization, you know, is a good basic slayer. if any of your Pokemon's are basic, it's just gonna KO them. So yeah, but what would he actually need? He'd need to get what? Attach one from hand, get a saucer in the, get a metal in the bin, saucer, and then double switch. I think that, yeah, that's the play. And he gets just energy search and switch. So I mean, I was having a look there if it was weak to lightning, and it was. So I think at this point, if he's playing energy search, does that mean he's kind of maybe want to attack with the Inteleon? Maybe go like bin metal, energy switch onto metal, onto the Zacian, and energy switch onto Inteleon, sorry, and then do an Acro Bullet. That seems okay. There's a roller skater, so that's what the discard energy draw for, right? Okay, that's kind of cool. So the energy search basically got him an extra 4 cards, and a switch. So I mean, that's a cool little combo there, I guess. There's the switch. So he switches into Inteleon. Metal saucer, so now he's got a metal in the bin, yeah, from the roller skates. And it's at this point I'm thinking, wait a minute, are we actually going to get KO'd here? Like, this seems a bit scary. He just has to attach one from hand. There you go. And then switch, I'm thinking, and we know he took one. So, there's the double switch. So I'm thinking, oh boy, so now I'm thinking, right, what's in our bin here? Because we're going to have to like maybe charging up, we're going to have to do all kinds of shenanigans. And he had a big charm as well, just to really like add insult to injury. Like, so we have to hit like a 250 right now. Do you think we can do it? That's the real question. So luckily, like I said, we managed to get a Koko energy onto Boltund, because otherwise now we'd be really in trouble if we didn't. So good thing we did. We go into Zeraora onto promotion, because he's always got a free retreat cost anyway. We get Eldegoss out of prizes. Now I'm thinking, what's in the discard? Volkner, that's fine. So I think we always attach to Boltund, because he's going to be our attacker. We can double Beast Ring. We have got 4 energy in deck, basic energy, so obviously Beast Ring can't grab the speeds, so we get that. And then Eldegoss can probably grab us what? Quick Ball. Well, grab Volkner, and then Volkner can grab us what? Quick Ball and energy. Obviously, you can't grab energy for us now, so probably Quick Ball. Make sure that other Dedenne's in deck. I think that's what I'm about to check now. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna go cycling. We've still got what, 3+ powers in deck. We've got Naganadel, so we can do charging up. We've got loads of ways that we can actually get more energy into play. So I think yeah, we treasure it away. Poipole, that's gonna let us grab a Naganadel, so we can do charge up, and we get 1 E-power. So I'm not sure it's actually a KO, in all honesty. Like, it looks like we've got a lot of energy in play. There's an extra pass. I'm thinking, right, we just have to go for it now. If it's not a KO, it's not a KO. And here we go. Bish bash bosh, boof! 280. 280, turn 2. Oh my god. And now, he might have been able to get that Zacian popping in 1 turn, but I don't think he's going to do it again. So that's just ridiculous. That's silly. Look how much energy's on that Naganadel. Oh, and there's the concede. So yeah, that's fun. If you ever wanted a game to show you the ramp of Boltund, there it is. Let's get on to the next one. Right, let's hop into our last game for today then. I'm looking through. We had so many concedes where we just hit like 180 turn 2 and they just weren't really happy, so they just conceded. So we don't actually get to see a lot of games, the ones I've been playing. But this game we do get to see a little bit more. We get to see quite a lot of games. So we lead Boltund, which is fun. We lead 3 energy, which is cool. We can obviously attach 1, research 2 away. That seems fun. We might even go down the Volkner route here. I'm not sure. Guarantee ourselves like a Mysterious Treasure or a Radar. Maybe that's actually probably a better way of going about it. I'm not really sure. We've got a Beast Ring in our opening hand. I mean, chances are we're not going to be able to hold on to that until we can actually pop it, which is why we do play 3. Because chances are you never really play all 3. You only ever play 1 or 2. But we played the 3rd just in case you have to bin one off early, which looks like it's going to happen now, unfortunately. But we have got quite a good energy swing turn. I mean, if we was to Volkner, grab out... what am I thinking? Grab out another Bolt and Electrify onto that. Because now we're playing against Lapras. We should be okay. Like, you know, and we actually get Boltund off the top, nice. So that means we can probably play the Volkner now. Oh no, okay. That seems fun. Get all the energies in the bin. We get Zeraora, we get Treasure off there. It's nice. We can get another energy in the bin as well. Looks like is that what we're gonna do? Get rid of other energy. I mean, I know since we're playing against Lapras, we probably don't need to be as super mega turbo-y, but I think that's probably what I'd do. We've got Koko next turn. I mean, we can technically get our Boltund KO'd next turn as well, but I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, we bench Boltund and then we'll just electrify onto both of them, and that seems sensible to me. And that's, you know what, that's a fine bread and butter turn for us, you know, with Boltund. Look, we've got 3 Boltunds each with an energy on, and all we need to do now is attach 1 more energy to any of them and they can all attack. What we're doing now, 369, we're doing 100 as it stands right now as well. So it'd be 130 by the time we can actually attack. We have to attach 1 more. So he does get the Frostmoth and an air balloon, which is kind of cool for him. Gets a bench Lapras V, and obviously that one can't evolve. So probably, I mean, I guess they can do with the Ocean Loop. Does 210. That would actually KO us. I think if I was him, I probably would have put balloon. Well, if he was trying to go for a KO this turn, he probably puts balloon on active, but it's not quite what he done. So there's communication, gets rid of a Lapras VMAX. So I mean, I don't think you probably want to evolve that active one, because chances are we can smite it. There's a catcher, gets the tails. I mean, well, I don't know what people are still playing catcher for when Boss's Orders in format now. I guess not everyone can, you know, can afford the Boss's Orders, but at least online probably, right? I've been there about what, 9-10 packs. You're gonna have to do it. Because I think, well, pretty much now that Boss is always in format, like, I'd always want to play at least 1 over a catcher. Like, it's that simple. Maybe when Boss Orders wasn't a thing, you could argue playing loads of catchers, but now, not really. So, he Synthias, no, he Dedennes, I should say, always dances to the bench Lapras and attaches a balloon to the active. So that's actually making me think he might actually be going for that Ocean Loop attack, I think it's called. Does 4 for 210 and puts 2 waters back into your hand, but no. I probably would have liked to seen from him the retreat into the Dedenne there, because you know, it's not going to be too hard for us to KO here. You'd rather Dedenne die surely than a Lapras, but you know. Now I'm trying to work out if we can afford to just play it easy with this Volkner, and I believe we can, right? And we'll get what, energy quick ball. Oh, this is the game where I forgot to put quick balls in. I remember. Okay, yeah. This is one of the first games I played with this, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't put quick balls. Oh dear. So yeah, so we're gonna get ourselves Radar and Energy. We're gonna try and Dedenne into our into our Koko. That's funny, that, isn't it? Is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna do? Just Bolt Storm. Let's have a look. It's fine, we'll go draw through. Because now if we do get ourselves Koko, we actually can't bench them. So maybe just taking a carry there would be fine. But here we go. So yeah, we're actually handicapping ourselves here. No quick balls. There's an Acro. I don't even know how to play it. I don't even know if we want to, really. And looks like Bolt Storm, yeah. How much is that? That's 320. So that does knock out a Lapras V, which is nice. Take 2 prize cards. There's a Zeraora out the prizes. So yeah, and on to him. So let's think. Worst case scenario, what could happen here? KO's active Boltund. We just attach 1 more. We still haven't got a way of finding Koko Prism with this list, because I forgot to put the quick balls in. But you know, I'm sure we can manage. As long as we've got the charging up there. I mean, charging up is like half a Koko, so and we've got weakness on our side. I don't think we need to, like, you know, explode as massively. We've got electro powers as well, so there's Lapras VMAX anyway. 320 HP, 90 plus 30 for each water attached. There's an energy retrieval, so now he can attack, and that would do what, 180 at the moment, I believe, with 3 waters. Let's see what that last card in his hand is. Hopefully it's something good for him, because, you know, it's an uphill struggle for him when we've got weakness from a 2 prizer slamming into a 1 prizer. I wonder if there's an argument for him to there's the retreat into Dedenne, so okay. I wonder if there's an argument there for him to just try and use the Laprases, maybe, as in the Lapras V's, the one that does 210, because I think that's fine in this scenario, right? Oh, we get the boss's orders. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that. That's brutal. Jesus, 440. Yikes. And that puts us down to 1. So, yeah. I think he concedes now, in all honesty. But you can see, even without the... so what did we do there? What, 440? So what would that have been? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we're doing about 210 at the minute. So that's a good number. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, whatever he leaves in the active now, we can KO. So I think he's waiting for his top deck. And there's the concede. Let's get on. I think we got one more I can show you. So yeah, I was having a look at the other sort of games that I have, and then one of them's against the Mewtwo Mali that he never even got an attacker. Like, he had the energy on his Mewtwo but didn't have an attacker, so that was quite a quick one. And then another one was against an ADP. I think I'll leave that one in, but I'll leave it on after. There's no point in me commentating that one because it wasn't really too entertaining, but it does show you how this deck can capitalize super hard on like suboptimal starts, which it does because it's so consistent. All you are is a basic with 2 energy, and you accelerate so nicely, and that's why I really like this deck, guys. It's just so consistent. I love consistency. I love being able to like just always play the game, always give them a good game, and that's what this list does. So make sure you go check it out, okay? But thanks for watching. I'll leave the other ones in there now after this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video, much appreciated, really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I try and put out as much stuff here as I can, full deck profiles plus games, topic conversational pieces regarding anything in the TCG. Check out my Twitter, check out my Facebook, that's where you get most of the updates, sort of see what's going on behind the scenes, all that good stuff. Also check out the SoundCloud for the full bi-weekly podcast. If you're interested, if you like the conversational pieces, go check that out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a good day.